Hello there, welcome to this demo of Self-Learning Cargo version 1.6.2. In this video I'm going to show you how the integration with GSX has been going, specifically the pushback capability, and I'm going to show you an example of a pushback using Self-Learning Cargo and GSX with one another. We're currently in the Phoenix A320, we're currently sat at Newcastle International Airport. Jetway's been disconnected and all the passengers are on board. As you can see from Self-Learning Cargo, we boarded less than a minute ago, and we are, if you look at the ground view, they're waiting for the beacon light to switch on so that they can contact us to arrange the pushback. But the first thing I want to do is just to explain something regarding the integration with GSX, and that is that unfortunately it's not possible to programmatically start pushback in GSX. You have to actually start it from the menu system. So there are a couple of settings that I've changed in GSX to kind of minimize that, so I'll just quickly run through that with you now. So if I start up GSX and bring the menu up and then settings, this setting here, it keeps turning itself back on, but I always turn it off. It's called good engine start confirmation, and what that does is that asks you to confirm whether the engine's started up properly at the end of the pushback sequence, and the only way to do that is to call up the GSX menu. I turn that off because obviously that's something that Self-Learning Cargo does anyway, and in terms of the voices, I have the Self-Learning Cargo voices turned on instead of the GSX ones, so it's not really applicable to GSX. And on that note, in the audio section, I have the comms in GSX turned off so that I don't hear the GSX voices. They're the only two settings I've changed, but worth bearing in mind. So the way this is going to work is, obviously they're waiting for the beacon light to switch on, the ground crew, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be using my voice control, but other than that, I do need to start the GSX pushback from the actual menu, but I'll go through that in a second once we get started. So let's get cracking. As you can see, we're on the stand, we have the APU running, and we are ready to go. So let's contact ground, or get them to contact us anyway. Beacon on.
Ground to cockpit.
Go ahead.
Call me when you require pushback.
We're all set, so feel free to get connected and start when ready.
Roger. Ground tow is connecting.
Roger. So as you can see, the comms section has changed to the pushback capability, and as you can see also there are 3 options now instead of just the 2. There's a new GSX button which we are currently using. So Self-Learning Cargo supports Self-Loading Cargo mode, where you can use your voice or buttons to control the pushback, or you can use the EFB or an external app like Better Pushback or something on X-Plane, or you can use EFB on the aircraft, or you can use GSX, which is what we're currently using right now. So what it's saying to me is, this orange writing says start pushback from GSX menu, then wait for connection. So we'll do that. We'll go to the GSX menu, and this is the only time that you need to touch the menu, just at the start of the pushback. And the option is prepare for pushback and departure. Now we're in an EasyJet aircraft, so I'm going to select EasyJet, and then the pushback tug is going to magically appear from GSX, and we have to wait for connection, so we'll do that. Might take a few minutes, hopefully not. And we did have a little marshaller down there, don't know if you noticed, but they've gone to the aircraft to put the bypass pin in.
Ground to cockpit.
Go ahead.
Tow is connected. Release parking brakes when ready to push back.
Roger. Right, so basically they're waiting for us to push the to turn the parking brakes off, and as you can see it says select GSX pushback direction from the GSX menu, then release the parking brake. And GSX helpfully has pulled the menu up here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to say I want my nose to the left and tail to the right, so I'm going to select that option there. GSX is saying release the parking brakes, and so is self-loading cargo, so we'll go ahead and do that. Parking brake is off, we're ready to go.
Roger. Tow is attached. Steering pin is inserted. Stand by while we start pushback. Okay, Captain. We're clear of the stand and you're free to start engines.
Starting number 1.
Roger.
So GSX is now doing its thing. It's pushing us back, and obviously it will start doing the turn automatically. To get us on the taxi line, which it does very well. Obviously you can do more complex pushbacks than this one.
Cabin crew, set doors to automatic and cross-check.
There's the cabin crew telling the rest of the cabin crew to arm the doors, and the safety notice will start shortly as well. Starting engine 2.
Roger. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake is on.
Roger. Stand by. Please keep your parking brake on while we monitor engine startup and disconnect the tow.
Roger. Now, I saw that message come up from GSX to say, wait for your confirmation for a good engine start. Now, I thought I turned that off, but I'll just confirm it here. There it goes.
Okay, Captain. Looks like a good startup on all engines and tow is disconnected. Nose wheel is free, so you're good to go. We'll get ourselves disconnected now, so have a safe flight. Look out for the pin on the right, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for the help, pin on the right, and we'll see you next time. So they've disconnected from ground, and we are going to look for the pin on the right, and then there it is. Then we can basically get ourselves going. So he's waving the pin to tell us everything's okay, and we can basically get going. Flaps and spoilers, and we'd normally have the auto brake turned on as well, and then we'd be good to go. And you can see on SLC that they've disconnected. We no longer got ground crew available. So that's it in a nutshell. A little bit of refinement to do, but yeah, it all works. It seems to work quite smoothly, and I think for the most part I just need to keep track of what GSX is doing and just make sure that the messages on the comms icon sort of let you know what's happening, so that if there is a long pause, if GSX has taken a while to do something, that you're not sort of wondering what's going on. But yeah, this will be with you shortly, so I hope you like what you saw. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.